Kopi, the power play over the last stretch of games has found a lot of success. You and a number of guys have had some points and some goals. What have you attributed, the increased production to this year? And is it, systematic? Is it being in different positions, different mindset, something different?
Well, there's a combination of more than just one thing. I think being familiar, obviously, with with the guys that we have on the ice. We've had this unit for the better part of last year and this year now. So the fact that we've stayed together and just kind of reading off each other now. We don't really have set spots, so it's just kind of reading, reacting, and then trying to be as aggressive as we can be.
You've played with Alex Iafallo for most games, over the last couple of years. When you don't have him on your line, not to say you haven't played with Kempe, is it at all an adjustment, not having that guy who's been with you for so long?
Yeah, it's different. I mean, I've played with Juice before, but played a lot more with Alex. So it's a slight adjustment, but nothing to really get too freaked out about.
Thanks, Kopi.
Next up is John Hoven.
Hey, Kopi, sort of building on that. When there's a line change like that in the middle of a game and you're getting two new wingers, does it create a sense of urgency for you, or is there like Zach was saying, is there a brief moment of adjustment, or just what goes through your mind when there is a change like that?
Well, I mean, I think Todd was just trying to find something last night because not a whole lot was going. So it actually happens more than you think. Maybe not with our line so much, but it's happened in the past. I mean, we've all seen Daryl at his best, so it's not really unfamiliar territory. But I think Todd was just trying to find something, get a combo that would produce something, and unfortunately, it didn't happen.
Yeah, and Todd was also saying last night that he just didn't think that outside of Cal that most of the players had a good game. Was it something that the guys were talking about after the game? We don't have access into the locker room anymore, so we don't get a feel for the vibe and that sort of thing. So I guess what I'm asking is, what was the vibe and the talk after the game last night?
Yeah, the vibe wasn't good at all. I don't think you have to be a hockey expert to really see what was going on last night. So I mean, we realized that wasn't the game. Like you said, outside of Cal, I don't think anybody was or should be satisfied with their game. So we'll correct that tomorrow.
Thanks.
Next up is Dennis Bernstein.
Kopi, you were a Hearts finalist in 2018. You're in the conversation again this season. How would you compare your play this season to 2018?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to compare. It's, obviously a shortened season, different schedule. You're not playing against every team. So I don't know if you can really compare it, but bottom line is I feel good on the ice, and I just want to continue playing like I have been so far. And, there's still a lot of hockey left. So I'm not thinking about any of that. We're just trying to win games and stay in the hunt and be in the mix for the playoffs.
You want to keep the media out of the locker room like Drew does?
I wouldn't be opposed to it. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Next up is Jim Fox.
Kopi, every team has a strength. From Colorado's game last night, what strength do they bring that you would like to see the Kings incorporate into their game?
Well, if you look at just the simple stat as the shot count, I'd like to see us obviously take more shots, but in saying that, you can't just shoot to get the shot clock up. You want to obviously build your game, build your game from the back end into the offensive zone and spend more time there and be aggressive and let the forecheck do the work. And I mean, we sound like a broken record pretty much every night, but that really is the recipe for success. And when you spend more time in the offensive zone, the quality and shots and the quality chances are going to come.
Thank you.
Next up is Tracy Myers.
Hi, Anze. Thank you so much for doing this. I just wanted to ask you, you guys have a good mix this year of veterans and youth. And with some of those young guys, I mean, how important have they been, not just their production, but also the energy they brought to you all? Thank you.
Well, they're huge. I mean, we're going in the direction where, we're on I guess the uprise of a rebuild. So we need every which one of them. So they've been good, and hopefully they continue developing and playing good for us and scoring goals and putting up points. So I think we can be all pretty pleased on how the young guys have played this year, but we're gonna need them to continue playing like that and just kind of raise the bar again.
And time for one more from Daryl Evans.
Hey, Kopi, when you look at the game last night against Colorado, did they come at you any differently than the team that you saw at the beginning of the year?
No, not really. I think a big part last night was what we were doing or not doing in that regard. So we'd like to obviously play a lot better, but I think they were trying to play their game. I mean, we've seen obviously in the pre-scout they've done much of the same in the games before us. So they're trying to be aggressive. They're forechecking good, and I think last night we just didn't make good enough plays to kind of break their forecheck and get ours established. So we'll look to do that tomorrow.